All right, we are live. How you doing, Mr. Wiseman?
Good to see you again, Andrew. AC. The session we just did was phenomenal, and I'm looking forward to this one now.
Yeah,
To back.
absolutely. Yeah, looking forward to celebrating two of our 13 achievers so far of the What Are You Gonna Do with the Dash challenge. Andrew, before we proceed, shall we go over the challenge very quickly?
I'd love to do that. Obviously, I'm wearing the T-shirt to match. What are you going to do with the dash, which we've trademarked, and of course, this challenge, it just like any challenge, is meant to keep an unfranchised owner on track in executing the tasks and activities that will ensure success. Because ultimately, it's about making progress, toward reaching, an individual's personal and financial goals. And this one, of course, is special in that we are at the same time honoring and paying tribute to our founder and our visionary, of course, J.R. Ridinger. So yes, AC, this challenge was kicked off at the leadership school. It's great that we already have 13 unfranchised owners who have already satisfied the criteria of the What Are You Going to Do with the Dash challenge. And we have 2 of them tonight, which we're going to be able to learn from. So it's very simple. And this information, of course, is accessible through unfranchised.com. And this criteria is meant to be satisfied within a 90-day time frame between March 2nd and July 28th. So any 90-day time frame in which these criteria is satisfied, then you've successfully achieved the challenge. Did I say that right, AC?
Absolutely. So there's still time for anybody that's going for it. There's still time. We have until July 28th to hit these criteria and achieve the challenge. But the criteria we're talking about are, of course, everything that is moving towards building your business and really doing a little bit more than what the average master-run franchise owner would be doing. But we're talking about purchasing 3 tickets to the International Convention, or ICON 2023. We're also talking about personally sponsoring 3 qualified unfranchised owners who are also set up on unfranchised auto ship. And the reason we want to do that's because of the they can take advantage and benefit from the volume placement if they are correctly set up on their unfranchised auto ship. Another thing that we're looking to achieve and accomplish in a 90-day time frame is to create 3,000 BV from personal use and or customer orders by providing our exclusive products, our incredible line of exclusive products to end consumers. We're also looking at creating 300 IBV for the US, or in Canada it's 275, and for worldwide it's your IBV criteria is based on each market. It's based on the master UFO criteria for each market. So that is, again, within a 90-day time frame. And of course, listening to or watch at least 1 JR audio or video each week. So we're continuing to learn from our founder and continue to pass on his lessons. So these are the criteria that these individuals have already achieved. So Andrew, should we bring them on?
I think it's great, and thank you for doing that. Well, very clearly communicated. And yes, and of course, everybody who recognizes the fact that the criteria is in alignment with the criteria to become a master-run franchise owner. We bumped up a couple of the items, but at the end of the day, that captures everything. And so, and JR would be proud that we're following the system, being consistent, not deviating from what works and what yields success. And so we keep him in our heart and our minds as we move forward. So yes, we are privileged to have 2 challenge winners already. And of course, we're going to be a special recognition at ICON. And I know we have a number of more challenge winners between now and then. First person I'd like to introduce is Aubrey Luke. Aubrey Luke is a professional coordinator. She is in North Carolina, and she didn't do this in 90 days. She actually satisfied the criteria in 30 days. So we'll hear from her, which is great. Thank you for taking the time, Aubrey, to be with us this evening.
The next person that we're blessed to have join us tonight and that we're celebrating is hails from California, is a professional coordinator, Hong Nadu. Hong is, growing her business and been a leading example in building her own franchise in the Western region. Hong, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me here.
It's great.
Mhm.
In fact, we were just kind of chit-chatting before we went live, and I know Hona had one of her teammates just hit the challenge. So that's
Today.
great. Yeah, just talking about duplication. That's awesome.
Yes.
All right.
Great.
So, we do have, of course, congratulations to the two of you being among the first of achieving the very first. What are you going to do with the Dash Challenge? I have a question for the both of you. Why did you make the commitment to go for the what are you going to do with the Dash Challenge? So shall we start with you, Aubrey?
Yeah, well, obviously I was part of I did the Dennis Franks one, and then I was like, hey, I was sitting in the audience and I was like, this looks almost impossible, but I was like, hey, let's just go for it. We owe it to JR, we owe it to ourselves. It's time for us to hit Director and Beyond. So why not lead from the front? And literally I would just, it's part of my why is that we have to carry on this legacy, you know what I mean? And let's make it really big. Let's get everyone to do this with us. And it's a lot of fun, just checking off the boxes and seeing where you're at. So, but really, not only is it to build my business to help other people, but for JR, this is how I can give back to JR and honor him, for all that he's done and given to us,
If you don't mind, I'm going to say something about that because, I been around him, of course, for all of these years, and people would say, how can I repay you? What can I do for you? And JR would always respond by saying, reach your goal, you know what I mean? Just grow your business, you know what I mean? Become fulfilled in what your purpose, is and utilize the system to support you in doing so. So to honor him is what you've already done, Aubrey. You achieved the challenge and you're duplicating that, and so that's very admirable. And once again, congratulations for that. Hona, what about you? What inspired you to go for the challenge?
Yeah, first of all, I like challenge because that make me feel every day I have a goal. Every morning when I wake up, I have the goal to go. Secondly, like Albert said, it's the best way to honor our founder, GR. We need to do what he do. What he told us, we want to be the light like him.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, it's Andrew AC, it's challenges aren't meant to be easy, are they? The criteria is always set forth, based on the tasks and activities that we know if they're practiced will yield results, right. And just keeps an unfranchised owner on track. And,
Right.
and anything worthwhile. Say it again.
There's bound to be obstacles.
There's bound to be obstacles and and certain things we have to work through and overcome. So Aubrey, what would you say some of the obstacles that you had to overcome? I mean, I don't know. Listen, in a month, he did this thing in a month, but it was amazing. You were confronted with some challenges along the way.
Yeah, I think it's just keeping the funnel filled, right? It's just like if you keep the funnel filled, filling the bean jar, they're gonna pop out. So then you kind of go, am I gonna hit it? Who's ready to get started? So I think one of the challenges too is when you look at the BV or the IBV requirements, you're like, oh, I don't know if I could do that, but what I found was I did some research in the back office and at leadership school, I said, hey, a lot of these products are BV or IBV, and there is so much more now than I ever discovered. So I actually made a whole list and I'm like, what am I running out anyways? What are we using anyways? And it's there, right? So that was probably one of my challenges. I'm going to be honest with you and transparent, but what I found was there's so much more. You just have to go in your back office and check it out because you'll be so surprised.
Awesome.
Well said. Yeah. A lot of enhancements have been, added to the IBV program. So thank you for saying that. Hongna, how about you? What are some of the obstacles, or what is one of the biggest obstacles that you were faced while doing this challenge, and how did you overcome it?
Honestly, to say, I don't feel there's any obstacle. And I didn't do it very particularly. I just do the 10 to-do list every day and keep on going. I think I hit the criteria very normally. I think if for the unfranchised owner didn't reach the goal, we just keep on doing what we need to do with the basic 5 and finish the master UFO plan, and we will do it weekly, monthly, and we'll achieve it.
That's really it, isn't it? And I know the same thing that you've done, Aubrey. I mean, you're duplicating, these principles, these fundamentals, and these systems, and you're getting results. But I love the way you just said that, Hona. It's like, listen, it's a matter of fact. There wasn't any obstacles because you just do it. You just do it. That's what JR used to say. You just do it. You know what I'm saying? Have fun and just do it. And I think that's great that you guys both have done that,
Right.
and have been an inspiration to others as well on your team. Great. AC?
Yeah, and team, just so this is not the official recognition segment for what are you going to do with the Dash Challenge. We're simply we just couldn't wait to recognize you, so we wanted to have this session first. But we'll have a proper recognition session at International Convention at ICON, which both of you are privy to, attending, plugging into, bringing your teams to. Aubrey, can you share with us, why do you feel like UFOs should attend ICON, and also tell us how ICON and Leadership School and the major events have impacted your business through the years?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's because we don't go to an office every day. Like, that is our big event, right? So it's non-negotiable, right? But here's the thing, it's so much fun, and we're working, but we're playing. Are we working or playing? But that's where, like, our number one business, one of our number one products is belief. And that's where you get the belief, because it's where we all come together. Doesn't matter how old you are, where you live, we all come together as like a family. And that's where we learn everything. Like, no way could I go home, explain things that I learned at Leadership School or at ICON to my team. It's like, you have to be there to experience it. And it's magical. It's like, how can you explain the way you feel? When you're in the arena, you're around all those people. I remember my first convention, I'll never forget it. It was in Greensboro. And I used to be a school teacher, and I was blown away at just all the different kinds of people. I didn't know that this ever existed on this earth, and you have to come. It is so worth it. Now my daughter, she's 16, and her first convention was last year. And then she's like, I'm going to Leadership School, and I'm definitely taking off work to make it to ICON, because she's like, I never knew that my kids were born and raised with this company, but she actually, when she came to the event, she said, I had no idea this is like what you do every day. This is like, you're part of this. We have the best thing out there, and we have to share with others. And that's how we can, bring our team, bring your guests. I always like to sell a ticket to a guest, even before they come into the business, just to show them like who we are, what we do, and what amazing company we are and what amazing people we have. So, I mean, it's just part of what we do, right? It's part of the 2 to 3 year plan. So, and I know this next event is going to be absolutely amazing. So you want to get as many people as possible to that event for sure.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We've already had several planning sessions with the team, and we're well underway. We're really, ahead of the game. It's going to be very, very special, just like it always is, but thank you for that. And great job. Hona, what about you?
Yeah, for me, I cannot wait for the ICON. I will attend the convention with my team, definitely. For me, the ICON, like a very big event in my whole year. I plan for it. And for me, I stay in the system for taking the products for several years, but unluckily I didn't have a chance to go to the convention. But first time I went to the convention, I found my dreams it's so wonderful. It's so big. I find the belief for not only for the products and also for the system and for the Market American mission. And I want to carry on the dreams and the missions to go for this business, not only for my family, also for the friends around us, and also the people we can lead to and make them more healthy and wealthy. So the convention is really, really important for the business. If we want to do it very seriously and we want to get a very well-developed business, we'll go there and find the belief.
That's it. You can't say it better than that. Both of you, you know, it's it. That's fantastic. It's I'm inspired by this. Great. It's really great.
Yeah, you know, part of the challenge is one of the criteria on the what are you going to do with the Dash Challenge is listening to the JR audio or video, and JR has taught us so much and been such a huge influence on, you know, all of our lives. We'd love to hear from you. You know, what JR, what tip or what lessons have you learned from JR, Aubrey, starting with you, that have impacted you personally or in a positive way, or your business, or helped your business in a positive way?
Absolutely. So I remember one time we had this conversation on Utopia, and JR and I did, and he looks at me, he's like, you're not where you want to be because you haven't found the right people yet. He's like, you just haven't found the right people. And so I always hear him, you got to keep the funnel, you got to keep it, all the bean jar, like you got to keep it full, right? And it sticks with me. And I think about it when I'm brushing my teeth, when I go to bed, because that's what moves me. And I kind of shifted gears, and I don't worry about like what I fall in love with the fall in love with the activity, divorce the results, right? Don't worry about who's going to say yes, who's not going to say no, but we have to go through massive amounts of people to find the right people. And like, especially like the audio mastering recruiting techniques, that's one of my favorite, and the old school 90-day fast track. And that's what he talks about, how he can drop into any area and he could just build a whole business just through referrals and going through people. And that's what I do. And I literally, like, I'm sitting at my kitchen table, but like, these are all the people that I got from tonight. And then there's more on my phone. And then I have other piles over here. And then I clean it up once my kids get home. And then I have piles, because we're sorting through. And that's what really stick with me. Some people say, oh, I got one, nowhere to. No, we have to talk to lots of people to find the right people and who could they lead us to. So one thing that sticks with me with JR is like you know why I recruit a lot is because he says, if you have any challenge, he goes, go recruit a sponsor. He's like, if one leg is lopsided, he goes like, go recruit a sponsor. Oh, my team doesn't have enough BB, go recruit a sponsor. If someone's not listening to you, go recruit and sponsor someone, because they will see the activity, they will see the action. They'll say, oh, they're doing it without me, right? Like tonight at the networking group, I probably had 7 people who are franchise owners, and they're like, oh, who's this? Like, they're doing this, you know what I mean? Oh, you're moving on without me, you know? Right. And we have to treat this like $1 million business, right? And that's what really sticks with me. I hear him in my head every day. And that's why, like, I do tally marks. I go through lots of people, because we got it. That's how you're going to hit the challenge, is just going through the numbers. That's right.
Oh, I love that you said that. And it's a classic principle that works. I mean, and you're going to follow up. The thing about it is, you don't just collect names, you actually follow up, you know, with who you've met with, you know what I'm saying? And as a result, your bean jar stays full, the nuts rise to the top, and you can't help but bring new people into your organization. You can't help but sponsor, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're attracting them. And I think that's a principle that JR really was emphatic about, had fun teaching, you know, and once you get that and you feel that, you're always going to be practicing that and doing that, because it's who you've become. You know, I think that's really beautiful.
Hong Na, how about you? What lessons from JR have you, has impacted you or your business positively that you can share with us?
Wow, there are a lot of things I want to talk about this. So how many minutes you gave to me?
We'd love to hear. We'd love to hear. I'm like,
Okay.
mhm.
For GR, there are so many magic moments from his speech. And the first time I heard about his speech is, I believe it's September 2020 online that time. And when he talked about we need to control our life, and I think a lot. And before that, I always think very desperate, I always think about the bad thing maybe will happen in my lifetime. All the things has already occurred, so many good experience. So with no hope, unfranchised business, like I am the starfish, like the starfish on the beach, and with no hope for the life, only fear about the future. So I was thrown back to the sea by someone, and in this business, I got my health control. So my health comes back, and also my energy comes back. Because when I dive into this business, I find the life is so meaningful. Not just like a housewife. Before that, I just care about the families, not on all my family things, not so many meaningful things. And when I start to do this business, I found when I can help people, or when they feel the financial struggles through this business, we can get supplementary income. I feel so wonderful. So I start to love this business. And before that, I always think about I need to go to find a job, not just to do something. And when I heard the wheel, right? How to say the wheel?
The hamster wheel, the human hamster wheel, right?
Yeah, hamster wheel. I finally jumped out of it. I finally found my freedom. Before that, I cannot invest some restaurant because I'm a mom. I'm a 3 kids mom. I need to take care of them. But with this website, I can create my own business. Well, that's so wonderful. So I start to get off and enjoy my lifetime, enjoy my freedom of time. That's so wonderful. So no burden. And secondly, I can spend the high quality time with my family. So I share these feelings to other people, to the friends that I can talk to. And they think, wow, this is really good. Maybe I can do that too. And later on, I love to listen the videos, the audios on YouTube channel from GR's channel, Market channel, YouTube channel a lot. I like every day before sleep, morning when I wake up, I turn on the video and I listen again and again, especially the close of the before years. There's so many speeches can inspire me every day and drive my negative thinking away from me. So I feel cheers up every day. So doing this business, I don't feel any struggles or the disappointment. I just feel if like I talked to one people, he didn't take my suggestion to start this business. That's his loss, not my loss. So I move on to next one. I talk like I share my favorite movie, like my favorite restaurant to them. And it's not so difficult to marketing our products, our platform. It's very natural. I just when I went to the like take my kids to the class, I share with the parents just sitting there waiting for the class over. So, and maybe they will try products and they will try our website and they will fall in love with products. And that's very easy for sharing. For GS and there's a lot of magic moments from his speech. I remember in the year 2021, the 2021, the icon, 2021 icon. And he speech to me, during the Saturday night, the fun night. And his speech to me, he said, you need to stay with your family and be happy. I think this is what I want. I just stay with my family and be happy. So this business can build very naturally. That's what I do in the last 2 years. And later on, when I learn more, listen more, and I think I go to my brain surgeon, my thinking all going to very, very positive thinking. I start to know how to do the time management, and I can arrange my, also I will be more not so lazy. I start to organize my family, my house, and change a lot. And the business also developed during my change. And in this year, and in the before the international convention in Miami this year, before the first night, I got the dream from which GR told me in my dreams. He said, you need to do what I do. You need to see what I see. I also ask myself, what should I see? What should I do like GR? So that day when I went to the speech of, went to the local seminar of Jim Winkler in San Diego. And I finally found what I needed to do. His mission is build this platform for regular people to just change their, how to say, shopping habit, and then can earn a supplementary income. And this shopping way can change the world's economic. This is his vision, and I need to spread this vision too. And then what he did in the last 30 years, he lead more and more leaders to have his visions and to master basic skills for this business. Like we do the retail, we do the sponsoring and recruiting, and then ABC pattern, and then we teach more and more leaders. And then if we like you have all gathered together, and we will affect the communities, every people will jump in this invisible treasure train and got what they want in this business. That's so wonderful. Every day, I think, no, you know what? In the beginning of this business, I cannot speak English very fluently. When I listen just audio, I only can understand 50%. And I will, turn on the words under it, and then I will read very carefully when I listen. But right now, I didn't need to do that. I just can listen and understand. Now, see, I can speak very fluently English. That's the growth. So keep on growing. And in this business, you will be better and better. Thank you.
And you've done it. You've done it. And it's just the beginning for both of you. Ultimately, I know you're growing professional coordinators. You're going to easily blast through supervising, hit national and beyond. Director, field vice president, of course, is in both of your futures, and I just want to encourage everybody who's listening now or will watch the recording. There's on unfranchised.com under resources, you'll see JR lessons and resources. I want you to click on that. It's going to take you to a page, and there's a plethora of great of his classic demonstrations, his lessons, the most recent presentations he did from the last international convention. So I just want to encourage you to spend some time there, because obviously there's so much value there, and it's about listening and learning and practicing and having fun in the process and positively impacting other people's lives along the way. It's the only way to grow the business here. We're so blessed,
Right. And again, huge congratulations to you, Aubrey and Hongna, on your achievement of the challenge so far. We look forward to celebrating you at the ICON, the International Convention in Greensboro, North Carolina. Team, if you're watching this and you have not secured your tickets yet, or you've not decided to attend, please, give it some thought. Make your way to International Convention. Let's celebrate together, and let's move forward together as we continue to change lives and honor J.R. Ridinger. So I look forward to seeing everybody at International Convention. Thank you again for joining us this evening. It's been a huge pleasure. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Take care, everybody. Stay safe and healthy.